Hey everybody, welcome to your gentle yoga class. It is December. It is time to get on your mat. So thank you for joining me. My name is Heidi and I'm coming from the Essential Wellness Center at the YMCA. I thank you for being with us and I thank you for getting on your mat and doing something very good for you today at this time. So take it down if you haven't done so already. Some things to be aware of: if you do have any yoga tools at home that you can use, obviously a good quality sticky yoga mat is number one. If you have blocks or a strap or an extra little bit of cushioning for your knees, that's something that you might need as well or want to use. So bring those by you, some water, maybe a blanket if you want to take that in for Shavasana, anything that makes you feel more comfortable in your yoga practice. So when you're ready, start in a seated position. Just take and wiggle your sit bones in nice and evenly. Just rest your hands on your knees or your thighs or the floor. Just take some nice, gentle shoulder rolls. Start to focus in on your breath. A good active posture. Now let the shoulder blades drop back and down. Let the hands be light but rested on your legs. Close your eyes just for a moment. Just continue to breathe. Maybe elongate your inhales and your exhales. A 5 count in with a gentle pause, and a 5, 6, or 7 count out. Slowly let one ear fall towards the opposite, or fall to one's shoulder. Let the opposite arm possibly reach down, hang down, and keep that shoulder down and relaxed. And if it feels good in your neck, you can add a gentle rotation, kind of like if you're peeking towards your shoulder or to the floor and then back to the front. And when you're ready, lift your head up. Readjust it up center, take your hand back up to your thigh, and let your ear fall the other direction. So you're stretching the side of the neck, your shoulders are down and relaxed, and then maybe adding that reach out and down. Or if you want to deepen that stretch, you can take your hand or your fingers and gently touch. Just add a little bit of pressure. Always listening in and adding that gentle rotation. Only doing what feels good, what feels right, and then lift it up. Now take your nose and do a gentle circle. Start small and then maybe grow your circle. Just go super slow. And when you're ready, just reverse that. Nice and easy. And then open your eyes, lengthen up, take your arms down to the sides, and take a big inhale. Sweep the hands up. Take one hand, one arm down to the side and reach up and over and do a gentle side stretch. On an inhale, lift up, reach up. On an exhale, arm goes down and you take yourself into that opposite side stretch. Now we're just going to flow with our breath. Inhaling on the reach, exhaling on the side stretch. Just flowing side to side. And maybe you start to notice that you can go just a little bit deeper as things start to warm up and stretch out. And if you're uncomfortable being in this seated position, please take any other position that works good for you, or lift yourself up on a blanket or a block or a pillow. Now take both hands, reach them behind, draw your shoulder blades together and down, and then start to gaze up and lift up and open your chest. Really being careful not to do anything bad to that lower, the back of your neck. And then lift yourself up. Take one hand across to the knee, and then the other, and then just take yourself forward. Just round it up, Relax the head, the shoulders, the elbows. Inhale, lift up. Inhale, reach up. And as your hands come down, cross over the opposite direction. And then just gently come forward. Giving a little love to your back side. Inhale, lift up. Arms reach up. Now take one arm back. Reach back behind you, and then take the other arm across towards the outer thigh or the knee, whichever works well for you. So you're lifting up nice and tall in your spine for length. And then as you exhale, you deepen your twist, keeping those shoulders relaxed. So to go the other way, arms can come up and over if you wish, or just right down around the front. So reach back. Reach across, lift up, gentle rotation, and look behind you. Shoulder reaches back, rib cage. Nice. Now arms are just going to sweep side to side. So with your breath, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale. Nice. So we're going to go to cobbler's pose or butterfly. You might know it as. So you take the soles of your feet together. Knees are just going to slowly fall to the earth. Hands behind you. And once again, if you want to sit up on something, you can to lift yourself up, or just keep everything down. Now your feet can be further away, or you can draw them in nice and close. So if you find yourself just kind of hunching and sitting back a little bit, that might give you a clue that you want to sit up on something, or legs need to be out a little bit further. So just staying right here with that tall spine, working your knees open, maybe towards the mat a little bit more. So you're either going to stay right here with the support of the arms, or take your arms around the front. So you're going to hold the arches of the feet, the ankles, the toes, whatever it is. So looking for length of the spine, lifting up, having a little energy in your posture, and then just take your thumbs and rub down your feet. Ever feels good. And then take your fingers and give yourself a little foot massage at the top. And then when you're ready, we're just going to take our bodies forward. This time you're just going to let everything round off. Just let the head be heavy. Release the head. Release the forehead, the jawline, the lips. Find some big inhales and exhales, or maybe scrunch your face, your lips, you open and close your mouth, whatever feels good here. And then slowly bring it up. Walk the hands in and take the legs out front. So lengthen them out. Flex your feet, pull your toes towards you or up to the ceiling. Now if you're really, really tight in your hamstrings, you're going to want to bend your knees a little bit more, because we don't want straight legs, but yet your back like this, right? So sit up nice and tall, bending if you need to, otherwise lengthening those legs. Now take a big inhale. And this time when you come forward, start with a tall spine. Hands can come down wherever they are. This is where you could also use a strap or use a block for more support. So find length on an inhale. Reach through the crown, and on an exhale, come down just a little bit farther. Take your time, listen in. The deeper you go, the more you want to breathe. And then just start to soften down. So let everything now just come forward. Relax the head. Just feel where you're tight in your back. Let your head be heavy. Your elbows, your shoulders. And if you want something to rest your head on, you can always take something out in front of you, bringing it to be a little bit more restorative. A couple more breaths in and out here. Just let your body be heavy, but yet light. And then when you're ready, just slowly walk it up. Give yourself a little shoulder roll. And then we're going to extend one leg out, pull one foot in. First, we're gonna take this to a side stretch. So your hand's gonna come down to the floor, reach up and back, and then try to lift your heart center up as well. Your gaze can be up, center, or down. Being aware of your neck. What feels good. Now we're gonna take this up, and we're gonna take a fold over that straight leg. So still pulling your toes up, squaring off the hips and the shoulders. Take it over, just nice and easy. And then slowly come on up. Now we're gonna take this to a side stretch. We did it over here, but now this time we're gonna do it over the leg. So the elbow can come down inside or outside or reach out, but look for length and then come down a little bit more. Big opening to that side body. Continue to breathe and soften. And then come up. All right, so we're gonna take a twist towards that bent leg. Lift up, inhale. Take that hand around, hand back. And twist. Find an inhale. Now to exhale, counter twist here. Reach back, lengthen. Slowly undo. So let's go to the other side. Have the leg out front, other foot tucked in. Sit up nice and tall, hand out to the side where the bent leg is, and reach up and over and back. And up. And we're gonna fold over that leg again. Flex that foot, knee is bent more if you need it to be, and fold over that leg. Let the head soften, release the lower back, the hips. Try not to grip. Inhale, take yourself up. Now we're going to do a side body stretch over that straight leg. Remember, the hand can be here, center, outside, or you can even reach across and then open. Sometimes this gets kind of funky in your shoulders, so you have to figure out where it is in that joint. Remember your gaze up, center, or down. Continue to breathe, soften, let everything go. You'll feel that change happen. And then slowly come up, adding that twist, inhaling and exhaling. Reaching behind you, take that hand across, grounding down, lengthening up, and then that healthy twist. Inhale. Exhale, go the other way. Reach behind, lengthen up. Exhale, come back around front. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a straddle stretch. A little something, something for our inner thighs. Toes are gonna be facing up, try not to let them drop in. But a lot of you, I know, need to bend your legs here, and that is A-okay. You do whatever feels good. I'd rather have you, remember, bent and a straight back, then leg straight, and then you're slouching, just trying to make this all happen, right? So as we know from our classes, this posture right here is like, whoa, just plenty for a lot of you to do. And then some of you are starting to work their way forward, just nice and easy. If you can find a place that you can rest, block, pillow, whatever it is, your elbows, possibly even your head, possibly even arms are reaching out. Find that place where you can go, soften, relax, and breathe. Just notice those little things that are going on. Maybe it's your inner thighs, maybe it's your low back, maybe it's your upper back. Keep making those little adjustments. Remember, every exhale, see if you can make your stretch just a tad bit more successful. But all stretching is good. And slowly bring yourself up. Maybe lift your legs up. Bring it in. Give it a little shake, 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 shake. All right, so for our hips, we're gonna take a 90-90 with our legs. Right here and right here. This could feel a little bit like a supine pigeon or a pigeon pose. This is a lot more restorative. So we're gonna take our body towards the knee, center, and foot. So as you come forward, we're gonna start Taking that tall spine over that thigh towards that knee, and then you let your head fall. So just like we did with all of our other folds, it's the same thing. But here, you will notice even if you shift slightly one side or the other, that's really going to change things in your hip and your back. So continue to breathe. And so option either to come all the way up and then shift over a little bit, or just move your elbows over to the side. You'll be like, oh yes, I feel it a little bit more now. And can you move just a little bit more? Let the head fall. Of course, you can take that block, you can reach your arms out. You can stack your fists, your forearms, whatever it is, you want to find a place to rest your head. A couple more deep breaths in here. Exhale it out. And when you're ready, slowly work your way up. And then we're going to shift up and over to the other side. Shaking everything out when you need to, grabbing a sip when you need to. So readjusting, front foot is flexed. Remember, we have a couple different zones here we can work, but you're still going to find your best area. So as you come forward, elbows down, hands down, arms reach, maybe something supportive, trying to square off your shoulders, and breathe and relax. So lift up and see if you can make that little adjustment over towards that shin bone a little bit more. Or if you're super flexible in your hips, this might be easy peasy for you and you've done pigeon pose or supine pigeon a million times. Feel free always, this is your practice. You go with that. One more little adjustment, or stay right where you are and continue to breathe, because everything's starting to work its way in the right direction. And remember, if things are gaining on you and tightening, that's where you want to pull back a little bit. Really try not to force anything. That is not what yoga's about. All right, so slowly take yourself up. Place that block there. All right, so we're going to take ourselves down on our mat. Okay, the shoulder roll, and just roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, tuck under, use the core, control. Use your thighs if you need to. Take it all the way down, and then let those knees float up into the chest. Give your backside a little massage. You might feel those stretches that we just did in that seated position. Now take those knees right up over the hips, arms out to the side. We're going to slowly let the knees gently go to one side, gentle twist. Halfway down, all the way down, and then you try to reach your opposite shoulder down. Nice open chest, and turn your gaze. You can even take that hand and place it down on that top leg. You can straighten that top leg, whatever feels good, like what you need. Now to come out of this gently, one leg at a time. And you may notice that you shifted around on your yoga mat a little bit, so recenter yourself, maybe still give yourself that hug, reset the knees, the arms, and slowly with a little control, take it down to the other side. Remember those options of maybe taking that top hand on the top leg, straightening out that leg with both legs, turning your gaze, taking your shoulder down, and maybe even thinking about your rib cage, moving its way down to the floor. Another deep breath in and out here. And with an inhale, lift one leg up, and then the other. Give yourself a little massage. Now we're going to come to tabletop position. However you want to get there, it is up to you. If you like to rock and roll through your spine, you can do that. If you want to take your legs off to the side and push yourself up, you can do that. Otherwise, come on up. Take yourself to that tabletop. We always have to do some cat and cows. They're oh so good. So you're taking, spread your hands open wide, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, lower the belly. Draw that heart, shine it forward. Move your chin up and try to be gentle to your lower back. And then exhale, pull the belly up and in. Take that cat stretch. And moving with the breath. Cat to cow. And now we're going to take and look back. Let your hips shift to the side. And look back, back, back at your foot, at your toe, at your side body. And then up and go the other way. Shift the hips, look, side body stretch. So do that a few more times if that feels good to you. Otherwise, maybe another cat cow. Whatever it is, we're working our way to a downward facing dog. I know you guys can feel it. So, toes tuck. But first, before we do that, let's do a little stretch to our feet, our ankles, our Achilles. So take that foot back here and look all the foot. You're reaching that heel back. And then switching more to the other side. A little creak and crack probably, right? And then reset. Tuck toes under. Hips are going to go high to the sky for a downward facing dog. Now, if this is too much pressure on your wrists or on your body somewhere, you can go back to tabletop or just take it down to child's pose. Take those options that work best. So you have a good foundation, nice wide spread fingertips. Heels start to work their way towards the mat. Of course, they don't have to be there. You can be a little more gentle in your downward facing dog by bending those knees. So here, let's start with pedaling your heels, one heel, the other. Let the shoulders move, let the head move. Lift and lower those heels. And then when you're ready, settle into your downward facing dog for a few cycles of breath. Whatever is right for you at this moment in time. Letting the head release, maybe lift the sit bones up a little bit more. As things start to warm up, maybe your heels start to go towards the mat. Softening, breathing. And when you are ready, we're going to slowly start to walk our feet up to our hands. And take your feet hip distance apart. Take a generous bend. Rest your belly and your chest on your thighs. Let your body just drape forward. Relax the arms. Move the head no and yes. You can hold elbow to elbow and start to do a little sway side to side. If that feels okay. Now, if being upside down is not your friend, please don't do it. Just come out of it. If we're hanging here for a little bit and you're like, Heidi, I cannot do that, and I want you just to come right out of it, because I know some of you have talked to me about that. So we want to make sure that you don't do anything that is not right for you. And when you're ready, I want you to take your feet together. We're going to slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Just let your arms drape down. Press through your feet. Feel your core kick in. And the crown of your head is going to come last. So slowly finding that plumb line through your body all the way up, taking your shoulders up, down, and back. And then take your hands down the back side, lace your fingers together, draw the knuckles down and the chest up, pulling the shoulder blades together. Now if you want to deepen this stretch, try to work your wrists a little bit closer together here. Now either stay here or take this into a forward fold. If that upside down motion does not feel good to you, then you're going to stay right where you're at. Otherwise, fold yourself forward. Start to lift your hands up. Let your head release. Letting your knees as much as you need to. If you're way off balance with your feet together, just take your feet further apart. And then inhale, lift yourself up. Sweep the arms up overhead with a big breath in. And with a big breath out, one arm goes down, other arm's up and over. C-shape that body. And moving with breath, inhale up. Exhale, side body stretch. Inhale up, cactus, open those arms, elbows out to the side. Pull the shoulder blades together. Give yourself a little baby back bend, or maybe just gaze up. Inhale, come up. take your palms together and then come all the way down to a gentle forward fold. Release. Now we're going to go into a half lift. You can draw your spine long. Hands can be on the floor, on the shins, on the thighs, whatever works. Shoulders down from the ears. Lift up, flat back. Exhale, release back down into that forward fold. Now we're going to take one foot and take it all the way back, and then you're going to turn to the side into a wide-legged forward fold here. So you're just dropping right down the middle. Once again, if this is too much, being upside down, please don't do it. Just come out of it, stand up. Otherwise, shake your head no, shake your head yes. Take it to the side leg, one side and then the other. Just nice and easy, breathing through it, not rushing through it. And then we're going to go into a low yogi squat. So you're going to walk your feet in. You're going to lower your hips down. And depending on your flexibility in so many different ways, whether it's your ankles, your feet, your hips, your back, we're going to try to take our heels and get them towards the floor. But if they can't get there, that's okay, right? Everybody's in a different place. So chest up, knees wide. Just let everything start to settle. Coming out of this whenever you need to. If this low yogi squat's not good for you, you can be seated or you can be up in a higher squat. Now here, just let our body drape forward. So walk your hands out and forward, heels settle, and let your head fall down. So hips towards the earth, bodies forward, knees are wide. Slowly, we're going to work our way out of this, lifting your hips, taking your feet open wide again. We're going to come up to a standing position. Now, if you need to bring it, hands into your thighs and roll up or come up, or if you want to sweep your arms out and up. And then we're going to go into a yogi squat. So toes turn out and down. So a nice wide squat. Someone would call this a sumo squat. So making sure that your knees are lined up with your feet and your toes, pulling your knees back towards your pinky toe, chest is up, and press your palms together here. Nice strong position for the leg muscles, working the core, the posture. So either staying right here, high, low, medium, or that option to add those little movements up and down, those little pulses. Keep breathing, stay strong, stay tall. So hold static or keep pulsing or add one heel up. I always like to do these. They're such a great exercise. People seem to love to hate them and other side. So hold static here or take that up into a toe pose right here and breathe. Slowly lower those heels. Slowly lift up. Toe heel your feet together. Give yourself a big shoulder roll up, down, and back. Beautiful job, you guys. Let's sweep up again, all the way up to the sky. Reach up, either swan dive all the way down, or just take your palms together and come down to the mat. Now we're going to walk our feet back, all the way back. You're going to find yourself in a plank position on your knees, or a full body plank. And then we're just going to slowly lower ourselves all the way down. So you're on your belly, the tops of your feet are on the mat. Now for you out there that want to work some planks right now, you want to jazz it up a little bit, feel free to do that. Otherwise, this is a gentle yoga class. So hands underneath the shoulders. And we're going to take some flowing cobra poses. So as you lift up, you gaze up, you lift, you try not to press, you try to use those back muscles, and then you melt it down. Movement, breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melt. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale, release. take our elbows up right in front of us. And we're going to Sphinx pose. So elbows under the shoulders, palms down, shoulder blades down and back, gaze forward. You can even pull into the mat a little bit to try to lengthen out. Make sure the tops of the feet are on the mat. Now if you want to just even add some just gentle movements for the neck or whatever, if that feels good. Otherwise just hang out there, lift and open and breathe. And then slowly, we're going to come out of this. We're going to push back to a child's pose now. So take your hips up and back. Knees can go on the wider side. Hips to heels. Reach your arms forward, or if you want to bring them in a little bit, if that feels better, feel free to do that as well. So take a moment here, rock your head back and forth, maybe massage your forehead. Whatever it is, it feels just awesome. Just give yourself a breather. Now a little upper back stretch. We're going to slide your hand under. Palm is up. And you reach that arm overhead and look underneath or forward and just take that nice stretch into your upper back. And slowly come on up and let's readjust to the other side. Reach out long, reach under, palm up, and come on down. Let's slide it in, slide it up, and come back to a seated position. Crossing at the ankles. So we're going to stretch into the upper back a little bit with eagle arms. Take one elbow across and the other. So we're going to wrap here. I'll turn to the side so you can see me. So right over, left under. And if that's too much for you, just take your palms together because we're going to lift up and then come down. Otherwise, see if you can wrap. Maybe press the elbows towards each other. And as you do that, you're going to feel that huge stretch up on the top of your shoulders. So take your shoulders down and relax. Press. Now inhale, lift. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, press and lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it down. Now just slowly undo. Give yourself some big shoulder rolls here. Up, down, and back, maybe one, maybe the other, whatever that is. Now, if you always cross the same way, do it the other way. Now, we're going to go the other way with the arms. I'm going left over right. If you did opposite of that, then you need to make that adjustment. So elbows straight out from those shoulders. Fingers to palm, or you can wrap around whatever fingers work. Otherwise, just hold your arms together. So press your elbows together and go, oh yeah, there's that stretch. But make sure you're relaxing down. Find that inhale and lift. Exhale, take a bow, come forward, let the head go. Feel that huge stretch in the upper back. Inhale, lift. So this probably feels very different on this side compared to the one that we just did. Now if you find that place, that spot that you're like, oh my gosh, that is so tight right there. So let's say you come down to this point, and you just feel just a knot stretching out. That's where I just want you to notice that. And take that pause, take that moment to just let your body hang there and let that release. And then slowly undo the arms. Just let everything go. Let's wiggle out the fingers. Roll out the wrists. Take your hands behind the head. Open Send those elbows back and then chest lifts up. Now, do you feel a kink in one of your shoulders? So feel free to always just shake that out or make that adjustment. You might be like, you know, I can't do that on that side, but maybe this side's good. Just listening in, making those options work for you. So if this does not feel good for you, maybe you're gonna be right here instead. Just let those arms come down. All right, we are gonna take it down to our mat. So if you have a blanket or something that you want for warmth as you come down, grab that, bring it along. Have all your stuff around you so you can just grab it when you need it. All right, so come down to the mat. First, take your hands and your feet up to the sky. Wiggle your fingers, your wrists, your toes, and then set your feet down. So just for a moment, just let your arms hang down. Let your back and your full, long, healthy spine connect to your yoga mat. Settle your feet into the mat. Close your eyes. Now just gently tuck your pelvis under from the tailbone. We're going to work our way up as you keep lifting your hips all the way up. Once again, working with our breath. So inhaling on the way up. And then exhaling on the way down. And then when you're ready, go right back up. If you want to take a pause, you want to stay on top. Option to do that as well. Otherwise, just working every inch on the way up, on the way down with your breath. So this one I'm going to pause on top. If you'd rather not, then don't. Otherwise, way up high, feeling my glutes, my hamstrings, my backside kick in. And maybe you want to go a little bit higher, a little deeper. You know how you can kind of weeble wobble side to side, going a little closer to your heels, your ankles, maybe lacing your fingers together, maybe your wrists come together, taking all those different options that you know your body can do. It's working its way a little deeper each and every time you are on your mat. Feeling everything turn on, and then slowly let everything melt away. Readjust it out to the side, and then roll yourself down. So let's take the soles of our feet together just for a moment. Drop our knees out to the side, that butterfly position. Just make this a nice restorative pose here. And then slowly bring your knees up. Take your feet now, hip width apart or a little wider. And we're just kind of windshield wiper our knees over to one side, to the other, taking your time, holding, finding those spots. So you try not to just like whip through your stretches and not notice what it is your body needs, because sometimes that's what you need more than anything, is the ones that you want to rush through. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so coming up, hug the knees into chest. Bring them in nice and tight. All right, extending one leg out to the mat. Maybe it's bent, maybe it's straight. The other leg comes up. And this time, your hands are behind your thigh, behind here. Maybe for those of you who like to do that toe pose or get your yoga strap, this is a great way to stretch out the hamstrings. But you're holding your leg, but yet you're trying not to hold any extra tension in your shoulders and your back. So make sure your body is laying down into your mat. So on an inhale, we're going to lift up and then bring the leg in and hold the leg there as you slowly roll it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slow and easy. All right, circle that ankle, leg out to the side, open it up. And then up and over, taking that twist right here. Leg continues down, bent or straight, arms reach out, gentle twist, readjusting the shoulder, the gaze. Slowly coming out of it, bringing that foot in, bending that knee, rolling to your back. Hugging that other knee in, recentering. Leg goes out, leg goes up. Flexing that foot. Once again, strap, possibly, maybe. Otherwise, you're holding, reaching that heel, flexing that foot. Relaxing the shoulders down. Starting to work that leg in, inch by inch, millimeter by millimeter, with your breath. Trying to let those exhales take you to a deeper place. Now, if you like, did on the first leg, to lift up, the leg comes in, hold the leg there, and then slowly come down. Down. Of course, this is just an extra option. All right, out to the side, opening that hip, keep that opposite hip grounded. Legs straight, palms up, opening that chest, turning that gaze. And slowly coming out of it. The foot goes in, you're turning to your back, hugging your knees in, and finishing off with that wonderful happy baby pose or whatever pose that you just feel like you want to do right now. Hold your feet in any way, shape, or form you want. Pull those knees in. Maybe start to straighten one leg, other. Making that feel good. All right, so always finishing off your yoga practice with a little relaxation, breathing, Shavasana. So if you do have that blanket or something a little bit warmer, or a pillow to rest your head, find yourself in a super, super comfortable place. Wheel yourself in, palms up, feet just fall out to the side. Take a full deep breath in. Now just let your mat, your yoga mat support you and comfort you as you take your thoughts to your breath. So let's slow down our breath, but yet take it deeper and longer. So as you breathe in, 5 counts to breathe in. Take a hold, pause, and then slowly exhale with 7 counts. See if you can do that 2 to 3 to 4 times. Relaxing through your face, your forehead, and your lips. Jawline, letting anything that's heavy be light and float off of you, and bringing in gratitude, bringing in peace, bringing in whatever it is that you need today at this moment and at this time. I thank you to your mat today, for taking this time for a little renew, a little restore. Hopefully you're feeling better than you did before you got on your mat. So feel free to stay right where you're at and enjoy this time. Otherwise, start to add in some soft movements, some energy into your breath, maybe head side to side, around. Rolling off to your side or taking a knee that will roll you up to a seated. Feel free to keep your eyes closed for a moment. Taking your hands to your heart. I bow to all of you, my yoga friends. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I miss all of you in class face to face. Keep yourself healthy, both mentally and physically, and strong during this time. My heart to yours. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much. All right, stay healthy, and I to see you all again soon.